Okay, so this is the Centaur Air Elementalist. 13th in a super long streak. Hopefully it'll be super long. 13's pretty long, I guess. Pretty straightforward game. Not a whole lot of it left. What I'm really gunning for right now, apparently we've done 3 runes, so what we're going to do now is we can either go into vaults, go for a 4th rune, or perhaps just do like vaults 1 through 4 and reevaluate from there. See, what's weird is that we haven't done elf yet. Usually I would have done elf before now, but this character just isn't very kitted out for it. This is kind of the opposite of the character that you want to do elf early with. It's kind of a paradox because you'd think that Trog would give you the power to kill mages, but the problem with elf... Hey Adort, what's up? Is my chat box not working? Did I forget to test that? Oh, now it's working. Okay. How you doing, man? Anyway, yeah, doing elf on this character would just be a little bit awkward. If only because they can do a lot of damage to me at range, and I can't really damage them from far away. Although, come to think of it, I guess I can, considering I do have throwing. And I'm a centaur, so I'm super fast. Primarily what this character wants is defense. You know, I guess that no matter where I go, I'm going to have kind of an awkward time. Because I'm really strong, I can do a lot of damage, but... my defense is crap. 22 AC, 16 EV, 14 SH. Technically, I've got a single enchant armor scroll. I mean, I guess we'll use this on the barding. That probably won't punish us. You know, the likelihood of finding another barding is pretty low, I suppose. Tape down the tab button. See, you would think, Adore, you would think that that's what you can do. But look at my defenses. The weirdest thing about Vamp that a lot of people don't really pay a lot of attention to is Vamp is not that good unless you have good AC. Because look, I just like tried to tab, and my tab doesn't let me tab anymore once I'm at like 90% hit points or something like that. But just like look how quickly we start taking damage, you know? Because our AC is only 24. You want to be taking small bits of chip damage in an ideal world. Well, I mean, obviously it depends on how careful you're trying to be, of course. This is pretty dangerous what I'm doing, just chilling out next to a Annihilator. I probably shouldn't have done that. Technically, if things had rolled really well against us, we could have died there. And that's sort of what worries me. This thing can't one-shot me, though. Not by himself. We can hold down tab if we're just fighting one thing at once, that's for sure. I throw caution to the wind, that's why my win rate is 5%. Yeah, that'll get you killed, man. Alright, we still can't quite afford that super awesome Synv. ring, so let's keep going down. We're just looking for gold, really. Should have zerked sooner there. Okay, the ring mill's not that interesting. Hey, we can afford it. Alright, let's get it. This ring is just incredible. Whoops, didn't mean to do a char dump. Do I have MO scrolls? Yeah, 3 of them. Are you talking about for Elf? I think the issue is I play crawl and I don't actually want to play crawl. Yeah, that'll make you do really wild and crazy things just to make the game more interesting. Yeah, MO is super helpful for sure. So I'm checking something real fast. Hey! Thanks for the bits, Envy. I took the time to make the I took the time to make the... I don't think that's Billy Harrington. I think that's Van Darkholm doing his signature sound. That's $1. Should I can make it 50 cents. That sounds fair. I just kind of threw a random thing on there because I didn't... It felt like it was too long for 1 cent. You know, 1 cent because people could spam it. Not that I'm complaining about getting stuff. It's just like it was like hard to keep a commentary going. But yeah, I can lower that to 50 cents if you like, or 50 bits. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna do Elf. That seems fine. I was just in a hurry when I was setting it up. I didn't really put a lot of thought into the numbers. It's just like some advice from a bigger streamer. Alright, you see how I'm taking damage here? This is a little worrying when there's so many of these mages. Although we have Omni Resist. So it's like, the big deal is the stone arrows, and then of course the actual archer arrows. And I am wearing this +5 strength instead of the MR+, which I guess might come back to haunt me in here. Like technically there's like a 1% chance of me being banished or whatever, but at the same time this character can survive the abyss, so whatever. So I guess what I could do is I could just walk away from these dudes and tag them with javelins from afar. It's kind of like having Iron Shot, you know. It's pretty good. The rest of the stuff I'm reasonably sure we can just melee to death. It's just the high level mages make me a little bit nervous on a mainly melee character. Well, not the death mages. Are there any 15 rune games in this streak? No, not yet. That's one of the things that someone would probably have to donate for, because it takes a ton of time to do a 15 rune streak or a 15 rune game. For me, it takes probably 2, maybe even 3 times longer than a 3 to 4 rune game. So like, I'm happy to do it if people want to see it. But since I'm kind of focusing on, you know, this is a huge streak. This is really long. It's 43 wins if you count the melee bug wins. So if I want to actually stand a chance of getting the games done in any reasonable amount of time, doing 3 and 4 rune games makes the most sense. But with that said, I'm not like against doing it. It's just it would be like a special request kind of thing, since it's you know, it's just time consuming. With that said, I'm willing to do that on literally any character that you guys want to see. just provided that I get bribed into it. Hey, there's a really nice amulet of reflection. We're using Faith still, but we may very well swap to that at some point. Then again, we might swap to the macabre finger necklace, depending on what we find. Probably shouldn't be zerking in here, you know, being slow versus these dudes, versus guys that blink around, especially. Perhaps not the best thing. At this point in the game, Berserk is, you know, even more a very, very specialized tool that you don't want to just be sort of randomly using just because you're frustrated or want to finish a, you know, finish a set of monsters faster. Although it is a little annoying that I can't tab these guys. I mean, I'd like to hold down tab, but I stand by the assertion that the RC file thing that stops me from tabbing past 90% damage, or 90% or less hit points, or whatever, 85, 80, whatever it is, I stand by the fact that, or the assertion that that's like the best way to avoid getting yourself killed while also being allowed to tab once in a while. We just got an artifact. Broadaxe, come on, speed. Nope, it's Chop. Chop's really good, but that's a Stark Corrode weapon, and the last thing we need is more AC problems, so we're not going to do that. Another big issue in Elf is that you really, you're not trying to sustain through these, you're trying to kill them really, 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 really fast. So having a Vampiric Axe in here is, weirdly enough, not super desirable. Hey, that's anti-magic. Ordinarily, I'd never use anti-magic, but considering that it's between that and Vamp, I think it makes more sense here. Sorry about the noise, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my neighbor is chopping branches off of a tree with a chainsaw. Or rather, she's hired some dudes to do that. Check it out. We just auto-explored into a crystal spear that did a good 75, 70, 77 damage. Let's, let's make sure that, I want to know how much damage this can do. Deep Elf Annihilator, I think it's like 114 maybe? 90, 94, 98, 102. Okay. Technically we can't be one-shotted. Except we could be, because the Deep Elf Mage could cast some stuff on me. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal wounds. Then I'm going to File of Floods. Okay, good. We're going to go up. And that just made sure that there was absolutely no chance that they could, well, I wouldn't say no chance that I could die, but very, very low. Technically, they could have still gotten like a double zap and, you know, like a lightning bolt double zap or something. This is extremely unlikely, and I do have resistances, so. Okay, he still can't one-shot me. Get the anti-magic stacks. You see why I'm concerned? You know, maybe I should be, yeah, I should be using throwing to deal with this instead of, you know. Instead of just like going for it. See how much better this is? I should have gone up, by the way, because he was hasted. Could have done like 120 to me, although he couldn't have killed me. I just might have had to have used a resource if my javelins had not quite worked out. You know what's sad is I thought those chainsaw dudes were done for the day. They've been at this since like 8 a.m. So I apologize if that's like annoyingly loud or anything. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Can't hear it? Oh, well that's great. I'm shocked you guys can't hear it. It sounds like there's giant logs falling outside my window. Do you have a noise gate set up or something? No, not really. I guess it could be the magic of my Mac thinking that it's ambient noise, which it essentially is, because I know it's able to cancel out, you know, what do you call it, like fan noise and things. By the way, Scales of the Dragon King, how about that? How about that? Pog. Pog champ. You can hear the chair creaking? Really? Like that? You can hear that, but you can't hear the chainsaw outside. That's wild. Like I have headphones on, and I can hear the chainsaw. It's really loud. Curious. I'm not using my Blue Yeti microphone though. I'm using just like built-in MacBook, you know, mic, so it's not that surprising, I guess. Anyway, yeah, how about this body armor, man? So we found Scales of the Dragon King, and we found Hat of the Alchemist. Sort of outrageous. Shield of Ignorance next. I hope so. Okay, let's just pull this stuff up. Let's pull this stuff up again, and by that I mean go up myself. Boy, this is a lot of summoning. I'm just like waiting for it to go away. Here we go. Good, good, good. Pull these guys and their buddies don't come, you know? Wow. Startelli, strength +7. This game really wants to give me plus strength rings today. Bear in mind, I actually cannot anti-magic the High Priests. They're immune to that. Of course, I can just kill them really fast, I suppose. Nearly 40 AC on a Centaur. Yeah, you bet. I mean, that's Scales of the Dragon King for you, though. You know? I'm going to save my enchant armors, by the way, until I see this loot pile. Because we may very well find, like, an artifact barding, you know? Hey, Asimov. What's up, man? How you doing? Okay, that was a little silly what I did there. I shouldn't have had to have used that teleport. Should have just walked off, but I got a little too greedy. Not like suicidally so, but just a slight danger. Enough that I had to use a resource, but I have so many teleports, it's not that big of a deal. Not on this character, who is just hilariously powerful. Silver Javelins. That's going to be useful versus Orbs of Fire. Orbs aren't weak to silver and trunk. They should be. Is that not true? What's that unique Lajatang called? Well, I think silver. They're not like weak to silver, but in trunk, but everything is weak to silver. You know what I mean? Like it's just treated as steel. Lajatang of Order, yeah, that's the one. I guess I can't look up unique items for whatever reason. Anyway, let's carry around this minus tele ring. That'll be nice for Zot 5. Wow, another unrand. We found Amulet of Air. That's fascinating. We may end up using that for the R missile and the EV +5. This character's going to be diesel as hell. A manual of throwing? Wow. Wow, that's outrageous. I guess I will train some throwing. Decent loot, but no Arga. You're right, I better control Q. Well, you know, we could always get it as a god gift, right? Alright, let's enchant up the barding. Enchant up these gloves, putting our AC to 40, although our EV is only 6, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, Trog can gift distortion weapons, which, to be honest, is pretty obnoxious since you can't safely wear ID his stuff. What a troll, right? I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess I don't mind that much considering that, like, Trog is hilariously strong anyway, so, I mean, can you really complain? Like, oh no, Trog's not strong enough, like, whatever. Just letting this guy know. I saw that I had a spectator. Hope you have a ton of identify scrolls so you don't get faulted. Yeah, right. I mean, technically that's a fault. You know, you choose to where ID something. That's on you. Oh, I'm still using this anti-magic. But hey, the anti-magic will be fine versus orbs of fire. Normally, I'd be scared of Isel, but this character is a big boss, so he doesn't care. Yeah, with all this strength, our EV really shouldn't be that bad. I wonder why that's happening. I mean, think about it, 30 strength. I understand that Centaur Barding has a bit of encumbrance to it as well, but 6 EV? We have almost 12 dodging. I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. Maybe it's just because my dex is low. I'd like to get that dodging up to at least 10. Believe it or not, it is advantageous to have a little bit of dodging. Okay, I swapped to anti-magic for him. Because Guardian golems actually, or not Guardian golems, whatever they're called, the crystal golems kind of scare the hell out of me. Okay, down we go. We're going to have a bit of a time with Vaults 5. I mean, this character is certainly very strong, but it's going to be slightly awkward on Trog, as it always is. I was MR/2'd. He could have marked us, but not really an issue. A couple artifacts that we don't care about. Hello, Albarazuka. Yes, I would love to talk about our Lord and Savior, OgNe. Tell me more. Oh no. No, we're gonna lamp this stuff. No, 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 no. We're not getting flayed to death today. Throwing got to 20. Guess we'll take it to 21. I just want to use up this manual, really. Okay, we killed the thing that could potentially paralyze me. Technically that Chaos Demon could have paralyzed me too, so we took him out ASAP. Well, actually we took out the Summoner, you know, the Orc Sorcerer, so he'd disappear. Oh my god, Obarazuko. Okay. All right. Anyway, now that we have this hilarious pile of AC, we're pretty much trucking through the vaults. Abyss 3rd rune, got to 3rd floor and spawned right next to the Abyssal rune. Yeah, that can happen, although for every time that happens, you're gonna have a few games where you spawn next to like a Silent Spectre or something and it proceeds to own the hell out of you. Just not worth it, really. I kind of hate going into the Abyss, if I'm being honest. Wait, what? There was a entrance to the abyss in Zot 5? One wide tunnel that goes into the lungs. Oh, yeah. I think I'm misreading what you were saying at first, though. You know what? Get rid of this whole pack. I could have tabbed them, probably, but I don't know, man. It's these arrows, dude. Any ranged attack does not care about my GDR, so I could have like 1,000,000 AC and it's still just wrecking me, potentially. Gotta be really aware of that sort of thing. Oh, you had blocked lungs? Yeah, that happens all the time. I think it's actually more likely to happen. Like those tiles are sort of cheaty. Clothing scarf, A. Cloud immunity, we don't need that. Probably shouldn't have wasted that gold, to be honest. I want that evocations manual. You know, this might be one of the rare characters where I get a tiny bit of dex. Just because my EV is 6 and I don't want it to be 6. Yeah, no, Alberazuka, that sounds terrible. Sorry about your luck, man. Like, I hate it when that happens, personally. Dex can help SH a bit, that's true. Artifact boots that I can't wear on account of my 4 legs. Yeah, the game likes to send you stuff that you can't use. Okay. Okay. Can just tab this stuff. See, MO's kind of a meme. The truth is I don't want to pull everything to this location, because the more stuff I pull, the more likely it is that a warden shows up. Plus, we're not really worshiping Mokleb, as you say, so we don't even get healed from doing that. But like, MO's just kind of a meme. You can think of these vault guards as just big, beefy orc warriors. Because think about it, they do 20 damage just like an orc warrior. They have a little more hit points, sure, and a little more like better gear usually. But like, that's not your big threat. Okay, I just tried to move up like 50 times here. Let's make a couple allies. Kind of obnoxious because usually you can you know, with enough strength, you can just fight through the constrict, but it just wasn't working for me. I shouldn't have even tried it, to be honest. But we used 2 Brothers in Arms, and we have Faith Amulet too, so like, whatever. Let's go up. Yeah, I agree entirely, Adort. 10 orbs of fire sounds a-okay with me. If I don't have to deal with clowns, although sadly you're going to have to deal with both. Of course there were clowns too. Yeah, the pies are... Ugh, the pies... The pies are dumb. Into the acrobat. Don't need it. Actually, there were some gloves over there. We'll try those on here in a minute. Gloves of archery. Lose a couple AC from doing that, but I mean, I guess it'll make me better at throwing. Oh, come on. Didn't get mutated, that's cool. Made a couple brothers in arms. I'm gonna regen as well. Use Lagonu so you can corrupt Zot 5. Why not just shatter it though? This is a bit of a problem. Actually, this is an enormous problem. Why don't I just... This is so much damage. I'm a fool if I try to stay here through all this crap. Let's, well, we kind of need to kill this guy. Okay, what am I doing? Let's just go up. Well, Albarazuka, you could just like play a good version of the game where LRD destroys walls. Okay, this might work. We might be able to sustain through all this. I see a lot of living things, for once. A lot of things to vamp. Nothing that has resist negative. There we go. Well, LRD doesn't blow up walls in Modern Crawl anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. A lot of manuals. Found a ton of manuals. Whoa. Broad axe. Dex -5, strength +8. Freeze. That's interesting. Could end up using that, probably not. Hey, Totery. Old man Malcolm letting you know how it was back in the day. That's right. It'll be that way again soon. In the best fork of DCSS, aka mine. What am I doing? Whoops. It does have the LCS. Nope, Rhythm Kitty, it's going to be called DCSS because I'm taking over mainline, basically. My fork will be more popular than the mainline development, which has basically stagnated. It's actually going to be called the definitive edition of DCSS. He just mines Bitcoin on your CPU. You know, I considered that. Not secretly, obviously, I'd let people know, but that would be an interesting way to pay for the server bills. Like, just have it mine crypto in a browser while you play. I think I would make that totally optional, though. I don't even know if I would go in that direction, to be honest. It's just a thought. Okay, so we finished Vaults 5. I'm just looking over the loot here. Checking on these broad axes that I was gifted. Playing mages isn't that bad, and Jackal packs on D1 can be dealt with by certain mages with great ease. Mostly ice elementalists. Air elementalists do okay against them too if you're in the right position. I'm gonna enchant up this anti-magic broadaxe to +8. Sadly, we don't have another enchant weapon. Okay, let's purchase this. Let's purchase this manual of evocations. Then we'll turn on evocations. We're taking armor and dodging to 15. And we'll take fighting to 20, I guess. Give a disco floor effect around you when you get piety. That sounds like that would get annoying really, really fast. It's a little much, perhaps. It would be cool on Finale. I would be happy to add that for Finale since that doesn't happen often enough to matter. All right, we just sustained through a bunch of depths. That's good. See, I wouldn't want it to actually change the dungeon in a meaningful way, probably, because of the fact that that would like encourage people to sort of drag things to a particular area. It will summon neutral clowns with afros that dance with you. I like it. It'll summon frogs with rainbow afros, actually. Honk honk. Dancing weapons could be interesting. In fact, there are dancing weapon themed vaults. That have HOSk altars in them. Okay, let's not be berserked and fighting Sajobo, yeah. When we bring him up, we'd rather we would rather not get moved around by a by his air elementals. Let's drop potions of flight. Kind of having some inventory issues here. What else can I drop? I guess I could drop Berserk Rage, but there are reasons that you would want to have it. Like if you were to get silenced or something, weirdly enough, you can't Berserk. Lignify we can drop. Yeah, Totally, there are going to be a lot of vaults I'm getting rid of. Okay, so I went to go up the stairs and he blew me away. So let's just anti-magic his ass to death. Honestly, I'm going to swap to Vamp now. He should be thoroughly anti-magicked. Now his buddy in the back is not, but the other one was. So they all died pretty fast, pretty easily. I got 41 AC adored, of course I can casually tank bolters. I'm basically wearing an actual, like Sherman tank on my shoulders. Yeah, it does look funny. Hey buddy, hey Mara. Let's anti-magic you. Taking 50 damage from myself, well 38 actually. I'm gonna make a friend. I probably didn't need to. I like how I'm just swapping my axe whenever I want, even though there's the vampiric, penalty or whatever. Hey, Bamber Boozler, what's up, man? Okay, so we will use clouds, taking out the floating eye. Identify this body armor. I didn't expect it to be better than, Dragon King armor, but will you ensure the safe passage of all Zot lungs? Well, either I'll do that or I'll make it so Zot traps aren't stupid. I know that I'm taking out dispersal traps because those are just asinine. I'm taking out shafts I might replace the shaft effect and put it on an enemy that can shaft you if he stares at you for long enough, so that it's more interactive, you know, like you know that dude's on the board, you know you have to either kill him or get away from him, or else he's going to shaft you. Let's see what else. Teleport traps, I don't know if I'm going to keep. I might, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I have never been a huge fan of the Zot. No, I'm not removing Zot Sauna, that's awesome. I've never been a huge fan of the Zot traps blocking the freaking Zot 5 lungs. Yeah, Albarazuka, that's exactly what I had in mind. And that's like so much more interesting to me than, like, surprise, randomly you're dumped 2, 3, 4 floors below you. Have fun. It's like the game is calling you an idiot for playing the game, basically. It's like, I don't think that's good. Can we tab through all this? Probably. Oh, we got some enchant armor. Did I miss a shield of protection? No, that's a buckler of protection. Never mind. Yeah, Albarazuka, and that spell does exist, you know? You know, I like that so much more, especially if the player has some way of counterplaying it, you know? Seems way more fair to me. Makes an awful lot more sense. Well, Totally, that's not always true. Certain things can blink you, regardless of your MR. And it could very well be an effect that ignores your MR. I'm really partial to things like the sputter casting or whatever it's called, like the floating eyes that paralyze you. Well, I hate paralysis as a mechanic, but just the actual idea, the base idea of, you know, the dude has to look at you for a minute and charge up his ability, and then it affects you. I love that. Although I'd like it to cancel if you leave line of sight. I don't know, like that kind of stuff has really clever counterplay, and that's what makes it interesting. A lot of things in this game just don't have any counterplay, and it's obnoxious because then the counterplay becomes, you know, just have a strong enough character to survive this random BS that can happen, you know, or play your best, play optimally, but still require luck to survive. I also like the idea of making it like Petrify. That's reasonable as well. Various effects like that would be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence about paralysis. Like, I feel like if you shortened it a lot, you know, it would be a little less obnoxious. I mean, the fact that you can get paralyzed for, what is it, like 9 turns or something like that, seems sort of insane. And all because the game didn't give you enough MR items. I mean, come on. Okay. Finally, we got the anti-magic to +9. That'll be good for Zot, I suppose. Yep, that's true, Alberazuka. I mean, technically, you're probably going to get a body armor with MR, and failing that, there is a dragon armor that has MR, Quicksilver Dragon armor, but, you know, the point where MR is the absolute most important is generally in the mid-game before you've ever seen a Quicksilver Dragon. So you can imagine that's it's kind of scary. You know, trying to do Orc with no MR kind of sucks. It can be done, but it's obnoxious. Trying to do Slime without MR is downright suicidal. Well, I don't know if I would say that MR is not useful in endgame. I mean, all it takes is getting paralyzed and murdered by an Ancient Lich like one time to learn how important MR is in the endgame. I mean, look at this dude. He has a 1% chance to paralyze me. If he did that right now, I'd be dead. I probably should be probably should be using the Trog's Hand, which I just turned on. For some reason, I thought I was immune to ancient or regular liches, not ancient liches. Vampire Knights, sure. Well, it's also the fact that, check this out, Vampire Knights regularly spawn in with Phantasmal Warriors beside them, and they can have your MR, so, you know, blindly tabbing has its dangers, you know. Scroll of Acquirement, alright. Now, I said I was going to acquire gold, but then I found enough gold to buy all the crap that I wanted. So, I guess I'm just going to acquire Book again. I got a Manual of Shields, okay. Suppose I'll take it, maybe we can get it to 25. Always acquire armor. Not on Trog. On Trog, always acquire Book, in my opinion, because you'll always get a manual, and pretty regularly that manual will be super, super helpful. Effectively getting a giant pile of experience is quite nice. $222 hit points. Well, yeah, Alberazuka. Extended is something that honestly needs a lot of work. And yeah, there's a lot of room for new branches in this game. One of the biggest things my fork is going to have is new stuff to explore. You know, new places. One of the first things that we're working on is a new lair branch. Okay, this is a little obnoxious. Wait, what do I want? I want Ice Blast, that's what I want. Actually, you know what? I want to fear this stuff. Take a step, swing. These dudes are doing solid damage to me. Let's make a friend. Let's heal wounds. Taking more damage than I would have expected from this. Finally, we found the enchanted forest. Don't screw with arrows if you ain't got a big shield, playa. Yeah, that's sort of on me for not enchanting up this shield. But it was more like the Zerked Spriggans that were doing big damage to me, believe it or not, which is weird, through 43 AC. Anyway, I tell you what we're going to do is we're going to drop this Amulet of Faith. We're going to... let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to wear the Amulet of Air, or do I just want to wear +5 Reflection? Amulet of Air will give me R Missile, which is quite nice. It'll give me another 5 EV, which is amazing, but it'll give me Inaccuracy, which is no fun at all. Since we wouldn't be getting the benefit out of DrAr Elec, why don't we just wear +5 Reflection instead? Okay, the rest of this should be pretty easy. Gonna have to get that piety back, unfortunately. Not that it really matters at this point. Trog's done all he can for us, really. Ascending with Trog is almost the same as ascending as Atheist, except no spells allowed. I mean, I guess Brothers in Arms can be useful on the Orb Run, but not really. Not as much as you would think. It's good. It is good. I can't lie. It's good, but that's just because summons in general are good. Oops. Just fat-fingered the keyboard there. That's true, Albarazuko. Let's acid. Wow. Wow, that's a Pearl Dragon. That's not something you see just hanging out very often. Oops. That is a floating eye. Let's not screw around against the floating eye. Honestly, though, against those monsters, I would have been just fine. Like, I have RC+++, so the Frost Giant wasn't going to kill me. And I have a ton of AC, so the Earth Elementalist wasn't really going to cause any problems either. Alright, let's stop training shields. I was only doing that in order to use up the manual, really. Had no real intentions to take it to 25, to be honest. Unless we found like a large shield that was actually really good. Okay. Before we go into Zot, let's go on a bit of a shopping spree. Potions. More potions. Preparing for Zot indeed. I mean, I usually clear all of Zot. On this guy, I might not. Sack of spiders. Yeah, we'll take the Wand of Digging too. I mean, generally I will clear all of Zot if I feel like it's something I can do safely. This character could do it safely. Tab, tab, tab. Don't care if I'm slow. We're actually not even level 27, weirdly enough. Let's try a different staircase. Got an elevator staircase, huh? Okay, we're gonna put on minus telly. Losing 5 strength, but that's fine. At the very least, we are going to clear Zot 4. So we have places to run to as we're doing Zot 5. Yeah, exactly. Helper Asuko's hugely, hugely good. Wow, he just dispelled my slow. Thanks, bro. I see that we found the purple draconian vault. And there's a clown. Just kidding. It's a juggernaut. So let me talk about how much bullshit these fucking clowns are. He threw a pie at me, and it would have been a moon pie that would have turned me into like a bat or something, and I probably would have just died. Well, I wouldn't have died, but this is why you really got to treat. It actually bounced off, hit him, and he transformed into a juggernaut. Okay, fine. But like that's why you really got to be careful against this crap. Why am I trying to might against all these spells? Honestly, I much prefer it to be a juggernaut. I don't mind getting rotted, I mind getting freaking transformed. All this dispel. Good God. These can do 60 damage a piece. Let's take a step. This is way more of these dudes than I thought. Let's make a friend. Let's heal wounds. Let's heal wounds again. Dude, they keep slamming me with it, and there's no resisting it. Heal wounds. This is actually incredibly dangerous. I should have been way more careful. Spamming heal wounds. And they just keep coming. Okay, we're gonna clouds this. Perfect. That's a good cloud. Kill the Quicksilver Dragon. Let's actually throw. Up to 60 damage, man. Irresistible. You really gotta watch out. I would actually say that this is one of the most dangerous vaults in the game, just by virtue of the fact that there's so much totally irresistible damage. You can think of Purple Draconians and Quicksilver Dragons as having Hellfire, because they do. They effectively have Hellfire. Yeah, absolutely, Elbrazuko. Huh. The staff of WCAD is here. Well, that's one of the reasons why clown pies are so stupid, to be honest, is like it's just like a billion little fiddly effects. Some of which are harmless, some of which can murder you outright, especially in conjunction with the other things in Zot. I don't think it's a very good effect. It's too convoluted. It just does too much crap, you know. Well, I don't know, man. That's like a nice excuse, I guess. I mean, oh, it's chaos. Oh, but I mean, just talking about it in terms of, is the mechanic, is it fair? Does it make sense? Is it super interactive? You know, I would say it's none of those things, really. Let's pull these guys into the hallway. I want to be away from that Zot trap so I can tab. Yeah, I mean, I would be okay. Well, first of all, I want to take out the joke enemies, like Killer Clowns and Cursed Toes and everything, or at the very least getting a reskin, because I think that if you're going to have joke enemies, they should be on, like, Monoleg's floor, and not at the part of the game where everybody ends up going. But maybe that's me being just like a crotchety stick in the mud. But like Killer Clowns would be fine by me if they weren't quite so goofy, in terms of the theming, and the Clown Pie ability, as you said, doesn't do things like polymorph and silence. Oh, you think so? See, things can be weird without being goofy. Like, Orbs of Fire are pretty damn weird, and I'm totally okay with those. I'm just less okay with things that are like a it's a corn cob. I mean, I don't know. It seems goofy to me. I'm not like married to this this standpoint. Like, it's not a huge conviction of mine, so I could probably be convinced to keep some of this stuff, but it sort of rubs me the wrong way, I guess. Zod is supposed to be like, unnerving is different than just like you're in a B movie, you know? Like, the Killer Clowns are literally from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is like a famously bad horror movie. No, Asimov, that's not at all what I meant. Also, welcome back. Well, alright, Albarazuko, but couldn't they at least have spelled it right? I mean, what's with the K? Why don't we just call them the Insane Clown Posse? How about that? Since we're being goofy, you know? It's like, where's the line, is I guess what I'm saying. Look at me zerking in Zot 5 like I shouldn't be doing. Another thing to add to my 4. Have fun. Whoa, I shouldn't be tabbing. What am I doing? Okay. Do I have a blink item? Plus blink. I should probably be carrying a plus blink item for situations like this. We'll use a scroll. I'm just kidding. We'll use... Okay. Let's clouds. Let's lamp of fire. Really don't want to be transformed today. Let's put minus telly back on. Yeah, no, I can appreciate the dichotomy there, Albrazuko. Yeah, I think that's the main thing that I'm saying. Like, everything before Zot has a theme to it, sort of. I mean, like, if you're gonna... I'd be so much more okay with this stuff being on, like, Manoleg's floor, because he's the personification of chaos, or have it show up in the Abyss or something, because that's a personification of chaos, sort of. You know, or like around a Zom altar, even. Haha, you tried to teleport me and couldn't. don't mix my glorious Lagonu with Zom stuff. Well, technically anything can spawn in the Abyss. Technically. Okay, we put on anti-magic. You know what I should be doing? I should have Trog's hand up, although it's not a paralysis guy, it could have been. Okay, we'll just kill this guy with anti-magic. Gonna put up MR++ this time against this Lich. Put up MR++ again. That is a Zot trap. Super corroded. Yeah, fair enough. I guess all I'm really saying is that anything can be found in the Abyss because, yeah, like I guess it's trash that's been collected or it's been banished there or whatever. I can definitely see the difference between Lagonu and Zom Chaos. It's very different. I see Lagonu more as like a god of space, you know? Let's pop a mutation real quick. Nice. Actually, we just got MR plus as a mutation, so we can't be paralyzed. Alright, come on, Asimov. You're gonna get my Twitch account banned here. Bro, we are marked. Let's pop a haste. I worry badly about these Zot traps, so we're gonna get them out of line of sight. We're gonna make a friend. We're gonna make another friend. We're gonna use fog again. Now we are a hasted centaur. So remember what I said about clearing Zot 4? Here's a great reason why you should do that. Now I can go up and not have to worry about just getting torn apart. Oh, hi, Mark. Yes, indeed. Oh, hi, Mark. Let's haste again. Let's might. worried about that clown. Let's see if we can't kill that clown. Oh, thanks for blasting off my my haste. Okay, let's ice blast. Nice. Yeah, Vorpal will do the most damage to an Orbifier, I believe. Freezing is also okay. You know, on account of the fact that... Thanks for turning me into a pig, bro. God, I hate the clowns. Orbs of Fire are not immune to ice, but Vorpal will do more damage to them. In some cases, you probably want Vorpal more than Anti-Magic, because then you're just killing the Orb of Fire faster, but it really depends. Too much stuff with a clown. We have to stay near a staircase, and this is why this is super lame, you guys. Okay, we're gonna silence, because this guy has this guy had he was a hasted LCS guy, so he could do 288 damage to me if he wanted to. The old double LCS trick. Yeah, exactly, Arborozuko, it's ridiculous. Now, sadly, we don't have any more silence. But you know what I'm going to do? Just because it's a smart thing to do? We're going to grab this rapier real quick, because not only does it have plus blink on it, it can turn me invisible. And we're going to use that as a swap in case we need to blink if we get silenced. Okay, we're just going to pop a Might just to kill this stuff a little faster. Get my hit points back, you know. I could have zerked, but it's a bit more dangerous than just miting. Although I guess it's not subject to purple draconians ruining my day. Okay, we grab the Rapier of Insufficient Pleasure. Go down to Zot 5, and this is going to make me a little more comfortable. You know, if we were to get silenced, I could now, if I wanted to, swap to the Rapier and blink away. Take the clown up. He just wrecks my stats. Totally normal and cool. Definitely not dumb as hell. Hey, Zephyr. How you doing, man? You've caught us at the tail end of this run. Trying to kill this Orb of Fire. Let's lamp this This guy. Oh, we are corroded as hell. Are there any permanent effects? What, from the Pi? Well, these stats are pretty obnoxious, like they'll last for a long time. I'm just gonna go up. Sort of obnoxious. We'll just ice blast this guy to death. We have Zerkitis, but that's okay. Let's pull him. Hell, I'll actually berserk on purpose. Now we will drink some mutation. No longer have the MR+, I'll have to keep that in mind. We are slow, actually. Whoops. Can still kill this Lich very easily. Doing a lot of swapping between Vamp and anti-matching. I haven't played Liberal Crime Squad. Alright. Asimov, for real, please don't say things like that. I don't know where Twitch draws the line on this kind of thing. Like, I know you're just joking around, but in my experience, Jannies tend to be humorless turds who will ban your account for anything, even joking about like violence. You know, I know you're talking about the game, but I don't know. I'm a little paranoid about this, I guess, but at the same time I'm not, because some of the accounts that I've read of people like people getting their accounts banned on this platform and others for just incredibly frivolous things. So I mean, unless you'd like my account to go away, maybe just like refrain. Okay, good. That clown is gone. Crap. That is an Ice Fiend. I don't want to blow my Holy Word just yet. Dang it. This is okay. Dude, okay, this is not okay. Anti-magic is just not doing stuff against... Alright, we're gonna blow it. Holy Word. Not the best luck I've ever had. Not a big deal, it's just like Holy Word Scrolls are an incredible resource for the orb run. Some people probably don't realize this, but I would argue that Holy Word Scrolls are among the best resources that you have for the orb run, because you can use them and then combine that with haste, and you can walk away from very fast panlords. It's great. put him in a net. Oh, let's just tab him. He's alone. Okay, check this out. We will blink. Just kidding. We'll take off our -tele first, and then we'll... Whoops, I didn't mean to invis. Blink, there we go. So we can get the net. Oh, you guys are talking about Space Station 13. Check it out. Well, we're gonna blink again. This is how you get the nets, and we have so few of them that it's totally worth cheesing this. There's a couple more I can grab. Throw themselves into the supermatter engine face first. Doesn't that cause a black hole or something? And then destroy the whole ship? I've never actually played Space Station 13, but I have seen videos of it. Space lube. Yeah, I saw a video of the clown like applying the space lube, and then everybody slipped on it and flew directly out of the airlock. Anyway, check it out. We are at the end. We are at the end, so we, you know, we have 23 evocations. That's pretty solid. Let's just grab the orb and get this win. This was not a good teleport. Oh, and let's put on anti-magic for the orb run. You know what? I'm just going to walk. These teleports are not working out for me. I've gotten 2 Hellions to start with, so... Time to get a Panlord on D1 entrance and him killing you in one hit? How's that going to happen? I mean, I guess that could happen. Like, in theory, from, wait, the exit's up here. Derp. In theory, that could happen from, like, he could paralyze me with a Chaos Touch, I guess. But I have a chance to move first, and thankfully the game is a lot more forgiving these days with regards to you know, that tells you what Panlords can do as soon as you see them. Like, look, this guy came into view. I can look at him and I can see he doesn't have a brand on his attacks, and I see what spells he has. Before, you couldn't see that until they used their stuff, which was pretty asinine. So that's good. That was a good change. It's fog. We're faster than this Shadow Fiend. Pretty much, Alberzuko. I'm probably going to let people donate to my fork, you know, to pay for server bills and stuff, and then like in exchange for donating, I'll add whatever name they want to the Panlord generation list. I completely screwed this up. Let's get to the staircase. Let's drink Ambrosia. Drink Ambrosia again. Drink Heal Wounds. Drink Ambrosia. Drink Heal Wounds. Yeah, so I was talking and I wasn't really paying attention, and I took a ton of damage from that Ice Fiend that I didn't have to. So that was bad, but we didn't get punished for it. So that's cool. But it would have been very bad since a Panlord with like Firestorm could show up, you know, and hit me right there. Not super likely though. Yeah, GG. That was fun. That was game number 13. If we look real fast. I'm going to look at Elliptic Streak, and then I'm going to look at my streak. Thanks, guys. Yeah, GG. So that's game number 13. Still 30 games to go if we want to match Elliptic Streak. I'm still unsure why it is this only shows 33, because it's actually 43. Like, I don't know if he manually had the melee bug games taken out, or if perhaps the scoreboard is messing up. 33 consecutive wins. Huh. That's weird because, yeah, Tram is the last thing. Transmuter Arcane Marksman is the last thing. But then it just skips a bunch in the middle, probably during the melee bug, I guess. Yeah, I imagine the bug... Well, it's funny because the bug runs are not removed on the streak page itself. But anyway, you'll look and you'll see I've copied it up to this point. TCJ, KoEE, VSEE, Naga Necromancer, Deep Dwarf Fighter, and so on and so forth. And then you go up and you get to... Actually, this is interesting. Check this out. Huh. I must have done one of the melee bug games. Because check it out, I was supposed to do a Vinestalker Skald according to this list. But according to the list on akrasiak.org /scoring/streaks.html, it goes directly from VSFi to Centaur Air Elementalist, and then it doesn't do a VSSk for several games. Let's see, Centaur, Arcane Marksman, or excuse me, Air Elementalist, Draconian Artificer, Ogre Necromancer, Naga Berserker, Human Air Elementalist, Spam, OpFE, DDAs, FoSk, SpIE, and then the VSSk. And after that, it matches. Like, there's the Gargoyle Transmuter, there's the Hillork Skald. You know, it's all good from there. So I guess we're gonna go by the did I say yeah, TRAM, no, Troll Arcane Marksman. That's a thing. You just go big rocks. Yeah, Albrazuka, you should follow ToneHack. He used to, I don't know if he still does, mostly he's been doing Cogmind lately, but he does NetHack. I mean, I could play NetHack. I haven't played it yet, and I hear it's quite complicated, but I'd be happy to try it out. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna follow the Elliptic Streak as it is on the scoring page rather than as it is here. So we'll have a few things in between this VSFi and this VSSk, because we played the VSFi and then we just finished the Centaur Air Elementalist. Spelling the name? Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I'll type it. It's just ToneHack. He's a cool guy. You should throw him a follow. But yeah, no problem, man. Although again, I don't know if he's playing much NetHack these days. I think he mostly streams Cogmind these days, but maybe not. I haven't really caught many of his streams lately. Anyway, so the next game, and I'm not going to start it just yet, but the next game. Oh, this is breaking. Oh well. It's fine. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for coming by the stream. But until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.